President Donald Trump announcing another round of controversial pardons today. Among those pardoned are a reality TV show husband and wife found guilty of fraud and tax evasion, plus a sheriff convicted of selling badges and pocketing the money, all convicted of their crimes by juries of their peers or who had pleaded guilty. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Fisher joining us now with a closer look at these latest presidential pardons. Michelle?
Mark, Donald Trump has called himself the president of law and order. So why is it that he's letting convicted criminals out of prison, calling them the victims? Well, supporters argue he's correcting Biden administration prosecutions, but critics say President Trump is rewarding his allies.
I'm just so grateful that I'm going to leave here with my dad.
Savannah Chrisley emotional, waiting outside a Pensacola, Florida prison hours after President Trump pardoned her parents, reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley.
My parents have not spoken to each other, heard each other's voices, or seen each other in the past 2.5 years. It has been extremely difficult.
Convicted in 2022 for tax evasion and bank fraud, prosecutors say the Chrisleys engaged in a, quote, 15-year fraud spree. Savannah at last year's RNC blaming their convictions, though, on politics.
Due to our public profile and conservative beliefs, they accused my parents of fraud.
Just Monday, former Virginia Sheriff Scott Jenkins was also pardoned by President Trump a day before he was set to report for a 10-year prison sentence after a conviction for conspiracy, fraud, and bribery in a so-called cash for badges scheme. The president writing on Truth Social, this sheriff is a victim of an overzealous Biden Department of Justice and doesn't deserve to spend a single day in jail. Last month, a pardon for Florida businessman Paul Walzak, who pleaded guilty last year to tax crimes. Prosecutors say he withheld more than $10 million from his employees' paychecks, using the money on luxury items for himself. The New York Times reporting his pardon came 3 weeks after his mother attended a fundraising event at Mar-a-Lago that cost $1 million per plate. The president now up to 64 pardons and sentence commutations. That's in addition to more than 1,500 convicted insurrectionists who were pardoned on Trump's first day back in office. The president indicating that list will keep growing.
Will you pardon the people who are accused of conspiring to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer?
It's been brought to my attention. I did watch the trial. It looked to me like somewhat of a railroad job, I'll be honest with you.
And as we keep an eye on who else could possibly be pardoned, the Chrisley family is already planning to document the aftermath of their prison time. Savannah today announcing the family's new docuseries, which is set to premiere sometime later this year. Mark?
Michelle Fisher, thank you.